Good evening, Speed Gaming 4. Welcome to the second round of playoffs for the ALTTPR Open League Season 5. We've got a great race for you tonight. This is not Casual Boots. I'll have to get that changed. It is, in fact, Ambrosia. And Cabookey Hundo Activist Department is a game away from sweeping Aga's backup dancers out of the playoffs. So this will be a big race. I'm Drossi. I'm here with Vex, who I'm sure has more to say about these runners.
Oh, of course. I have lots to say. Lots of time to say it. No, I was going to say, Drossi, it's going to be very obvious that it's not Casual Boots as soon as we start.
Yeah, Ambrosia, of course, does involve a starting sword, among other things. And, well, inverted.
Oh, look, we're starting two swords.
How about that? And we have pendants at Mire and Turtle Rock, and it looks like regular crystals at all the other Dark World dungeons. So both of our 5, 6, and our green pendant are going to be the Light World.
Oh, 8 bombs on the tree pole, too. Or the initial tree pole. That's kind of nice. Get a hide cave really early. We got a Master Sword. We're feeling good. This is like not even going to give them 20 rupees so they can rupee game as soon as they go over. And the hammer? What is this?
Okay, this seed's just giving us everything.
What is this? Yeah, so big keys, Wild and Ambrosia. We do have to find those. So Bread gonna go ahead and go to Dark Sanctuary and just gonna do Hive Cave. Whereas Maddie is gonna go ahead and take this over to Stumpy and Dig Game and quit from there.
Though you'll have to do Archery Game first before you can do Dig Game with only 40 rupees.
Oh yeah, but I think he will. I feel like well, we have both boomerangs even. This is great. Yeah, wonderful.
Nothing like both boomerangs within a minute and a half, right?
Yeah, you get your choice. We even have red rupees on the stun prize. This is like the kindest.
That's another way to get Dig Game money, but Maddie is going to go to Archery Game.
This is the kindest Ambrosia start I think I've ever seen.
That's for sure.
We got 8 bombs on the tier 1 pole.
Well, we'll just have to see where the big keys are all buried. That'll probably make up for it. Yeah,
right. Now, here's the real question. I don't know about Maddie, but we'll see if he plays rupees twice or 3 times. Looks like twice. I think that's probably the correct choice this early in a seed.
The third time is tough.
Nah, it's not hard.
I've seen people try it and miss.
I don't know. He was fast enough. I think it would have been easy, but I don't think there's any reason to do it this early, especially with. I don't know. You're not looking for Zora money this early.
Okay, how many digs do we think it'll be today?
Too many.
Apparently, that's 15 right there.
If it's more than 1, it's too many. Oh, max? Was that max?
Yeah, that was the max. That was the full 30, which is the most Rando allows.
It's a lot of rupee digging.
That it is.
Maddie Sprite here, sporting the Christmas hat. Maddie pretty well known for using his own little sprite, and yeah, I think this is a customized version of that sprite. We'll have to ask. I think.
Yeah, it sure looks customized with the Santa Claus hat and everything. And Bumper Ledge is just vanilla today. Meanwhile, Bread's about through the front of Skull Woods. And Vanilla Small Key in Pinball Room. Looks like Maddie's going to join him there. What do we think? Brett's going to go to Village now?
Oh, yeah. I mean, we'll do the first 4 Thieves Town probably, and then head down to Dig Game, I'd assume, unless we find something. And we're bound to find probably a lamp and a glove, I would guess.
Probably sooner rather than later.
Although, Mountain might not be our Dark World given the hammer so early. Or Light World, Dark World.
Yeah.
I mean, I think often you end up on the Mountain before much happens in Ambrosia, but the Seed, I feel like they may have gotten the items they need to not have to go up the mountain early. Let's just hope for boots for them before they have to do anything on the mountain.
Ooh, Bread finds our first heart container of the day.
The first one in the Dark in Ambrosia doesn't really mean too much, honestly. Everything does like 2 hearts, mostly.
It made a difference in an Randomizer match last night. But yes, at least we have vanilla enemies here. We do also have the small key in the front of Thieves, though we do have the hammer, so when we finally get the big key, we will be able to do the big chest. In the meantime, we find the big key to Eastern here, which is kind of interesting. We don't have Light World access yet. We don't have a bow, so...
I mean, I don't think I'd ever complain about the big key to Eastern, because... I mean, it's just nice to not have to double dip it. Hopefully they get a bow, and then they just don't have to worry about, hey, do we need to go into Eastern without it? But we're just gonna get the rest of these checks. I feel like the runners are both gonna converge on the exact same whatever progression ends up being. It seems like brewery at this point, or yeah, like it has to be, right?
Yeah.
I think literally the only check we have left. Well, no, they have the hammer, so they can actually do catfish pyramid pod.
Well, there's the lamp you were talking about, sitting right there in the brewery.
Yeah, they have all of pod area Dark World access as well because of the hammer early. Honestly, it probably wouldn't have been too crazy for them to go over to pod immediately after getting hammer out of Hype Cave. I wouldn't have hated that play.
Watch them go over the top and kern jump anyway.
Yeah, I mean, if they really want to. All right, we're gonna start the arm workout here while we're digging for
good exercise.
30 digs. Displace some earth.
If Fred were here, he'd spell out high.
I mean, and then you would have another 20 digs still. I think I'm trying to think of who actually comes out ahead in this early route here as far as what's a slightly faster. I'm not really sure. It's probably Bread, in that Bread's going to be able to just walk over to Pyramid from here, not have to do a save and quit. Whereas Maddie will probably save and quit after Brewery. Well, we already did Brewery. He'll save and quit from Thieves Town. So I guess you're saving one save and quit. But you're also getting a Death Warp out of Bread, so... I don't know. It's pretty much a wash.
Yeah, but it does position Bread better to do this pod play.
No, exactly.
And not surprising, he's checking Pyramid first.
I think this is probably Pyramid Catfish and then into Pod.
Well, I mean, not Catfish without a glove.
No, they have the hammer. Oh, yeah, you need the glove. You're right.
Yeah.
I'm silly.
The hammer will get you as far as Dark Potion Shop, but won't get you all the way
I
to
always
Catfish.
forget that. I mean, the hammer and hookshot does give you access to the other side in a normal seed, but yeah, this is gonna be glove and pod, or actually, pretty much has to be glove and pod, doesn't it? I don't think there's anything else.
Flute? No,
Flute doesn't. You'd have to
get to
activate the
Light
light
World
world. It
first.
literally has to be the glove, right?
I think so.
I mean, they could get the bow and do more of pod, but then they would have to get the glove, right?
At least they both got plenty of money.
Yeah, no. I mean, stun prize being red rupee too is kind of you're never worried about it, at least especially for pod. A couple kills and you're good to go. But yeah, it looks like so Bread's early route here, I think, positioned them better to get to pod earlier, just ever so slightly. But when something's this linear, I don't think no matter what you do, you feel too bad.
Yeah.
I mean, unless you go to pod first, which is a reasonable play in the situation, would be to go hype straight to pod. So you might fear that your opponent did that immediately.
But yeah, I doubt a 20-second difference is going to make or break the race. But you never know.
Hey, I was watching one earlier. I think it was Cross Keys, and that one had a pretty crazy finish. It was completely different, then somehow they ended up dropping into Ganon at exactly the same time. It's pretty great.
So should we talk about Monday night's matchup between these two teams, or is that, like, off the table?
Okay, Monday. Oh, you know what? You can talk. Talk about it. Let's hear it.
They were looking for bombos to open Turtle Rock.
Yes, please make fun of CJ.
And the pedestal hint said, "I make things go boom so many times." And both runners interpreted this to be the bombos hint. And then they got 10 bombs off of pedestal.
I love it.
Anyway, Vex, you were saying in terms of what we could get item-wise, that's the Thieves' Big, so we might have to go back to Thieves to get our progression.
That's even grosser. I guess you're right. You know, that they could also get the Thieves' Big chest, or Big Key. You know, and then we're going to end up getting the glove out of Thieves Town or something. But I mean, it has to lead straight to glove, because there's literally nothing else it could lead to. Getting a mimic clip from Bread. Bufferless. There we go, done. Fairly quick.
I don't know. I mean, we have to get a glove eventually, but Back of Thieves could have the Fire Rod, and then we have to face Moth. Big Spot could have something, since we just got the shovel. Well, no, that's out of logic. Never mind.
On Maddie's side, the buffered mimic clip being quite a bit slower, just generally, than bufferless. I'm not sure in Ambrosia. I don't know how you feel, but in Ambrosia, personally, I don't know that I would, if I wasn't super confident and comfortable, I don't know that I would be trying to mimic clip too hard, purely because, you know, 2 items, you're gonna get progression. You're gonna have to be back here anyways with the big key.
Well, we don't know what's at that dig spot. That's the only useful thing you can get out of it.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, the shovel, like, it very well could lead to something. Buried behind the bow, obviously. So
yeah, the only other thing is getting that small key there gives you the option to not hammer jump.
True. I don't think either of these runners are gonna worry about not being able to hammer jump, but
meanwhile,
sometimes it's just faster.
I guess Bread wasn't counting keys because that was a key for a key in Harmless Hellway.
There's the glove in the back.
Okay.
Okay. This was not bow locked. Right.
I think you do go and finish Thieves Town first, though, before you go up the mountain.
Probably. Just because it would be really unfortunate if you just didn't get Moon Pearl or something out of the back of Thieves Town. Would feel really terrible.
And it's a crystal anyway, so you're gonna have to do it sooner or later. Yeah, so just to make this clear, with one small key on the right side, that glove is logically available without the bow. If there were two small keys on the right side, the glove would be out of logic.
There's always the argument that wait for boots, finish thieves. I don't know how many items they got out of the front. I wasn't really paying attention. Yeah, that thief. You know, I'm convinced that thieves are kind of the worst thing in all of Randomizer. When Randomizer thieves happen, they're pretty terrible.
Yeah, at least this isn't Randomizer.
No, obviously.
Though, if Red wins and this goes to a game 4, who knows what Aga's backup dancers will pick. They might pick Randomizer. I
just like to laugh at Randomizer, or at thieves and Randomizer, like where they can be. They're just funny. It's like yellow spikes. They're just funny. Like I don't know. The other day, the spark on Hera Big Chest, somebody had that as an unkillable thief. That was pretty funny, right? Because you jump over and you immediately get knocked into the pit.
Yeah.
There's nothing you can do about it. It's great.
At least in League Randomizer, thieves are always killable.
That's true. But yeah, no, it was like pretty terrible. Look, I'm glad that people have been playing on the on the weekdays and the afternoons. I can like sit, write my reports for work, and watch some Zelda. It's good stuff. And so both runners taking a shot in Thieves Town. 4 hearts is, you know, 2 hits from basically anything in the dungeon and you're done.
Yeah. Right. So Maddie's on Oko with these crickets.
I mean, we even saw Bread spinning all of the Patrick stars in Hellway.
Yeah, I noticed that. I used to think you could only kill them with a hammer.
Wait, really?
When I was a kid, sure.
Interesting. Yeah, Maddie being a little careful. Did get a heart. Now we got 2 hits to tank, but they're lucky they got a sword. I mean, they got 2 swords, but well, I guess they start with 1 in Ambrosia. I have definitely made that mistake before, forgetting that you start with a sword in Ambrosia. Yeah, that's totally something I would do.
Maddie about accidental screen wrap from spinning and doing sword spins in the Hellway. This is a glitch I haven't heard of. Apparently it's some sort of quadrant glitch.
That wouldn't surprise me.
Red doing a nice job on the blind script. Got slightly off it, but only needed 1 more hit at that point. And apart from that crystal being required, Thieves is not the answer. So I guess we're going up the mountain.
We're gonna go play fun time games on the mountain where we climb ladders, we walk on a barren landscape. We see some nice horsemen. We rescue an old dude.
Lionels are always so friendly.
we can rescue an elderly man.
Yeah, I guess we're gonna have to because
as a bunny rabbit, of course.
He'll be kind of on our way to Death Mountain.
Yeah, I'm telling you, we just get you gotta get your steps in and inverted. Oh, that's not great. Yeah, the layers do kind of funky things.
And our tier 2 tree pull is just bloopies.
I'm ready for the seed though.
Brett, which way are you going there?
Look, someone's been pot hunting too much, man. There's a heart in there.
Oh,
Look at this.
I see.
Look at the knowledge, game knowledge. The only pot in Old Man Rescue.
Honestly, though, well, I guess because it's inverted, it's a bit more work to actually rescue the old man. You don't want to simply take a death to restore your health.
Well, I think those bats are actually kind of terrifying, aren't they? Like, because you're technically Dark World, right? Or am I crazy? Like, the bats do a bunch of damage.
I forget what the enemy equivalent of bats in the Dark World is.
I think it's the eyeball bats. No, it's not the eyeball bats. I can't remember either. Oh yeah, and dying to the cabbages would be pretty gross too. Like on one heart.
Although, well, we get a fairy from one of the bushwhacks.
Yeah, it's good times. This old guy definitely got some legs on him. Springy, a little springy. Oh, we got Bombos. Oh, I hope we get mitts. Give us mitts. Let's do Ice Palace.
Contrary to popular belief, Bombos does not make things go boom so many times. I couldn't resist.
I can't remember what the actual hint for Bombos is.
Burn, baby, burn, feel my ring of fire, I think.
Oh, yeah, something burning ring of fire, that's right. Yep. What's up here? Oh, flippers. Oh, man, it's coming, dude. It's coming. Mitts. We're getting them. They're coming. Super Bunny Cave mitts. I'm ready.
Oh yeah, chat pointing out that given inverted layout, having the flippers and bombos and a sword is logical Ice Palace access.
That's right, it's inverted. We don't even need the mitts. I should have known this. Look, we're going right now. It's time for the Ice Palace. This is great.
Wow. 4-heart Ice Palace. 4-heart green mail Ice Palace.
In for a treat. I gotta like orient myself in the dark world, man. I've been living in the light too long. Oh yeah, this is excellent.
Exit light, enter night.
Oh, Ice Palace. This is great. It's like a bombo. You know what? At least I got half magic and no fire rod to utilize it with. That's pretty great, right? Like, tease them. We're gonna get Moon Pearl, right? Like, it's gonna be a cold stare. That seems like a fun thing to have happen.
Ew. And in any case, cold stare isn't in logic because we don't have the big key.
Oh, no, you're absolutely right.
Doesn't mean we can't get to cold stare if we bomb jump, but it's not in logic. Brett doing pretty well with bombing the Pengators.
I was gonna say if Matty gets the bomb strat better, he's gonna make up quite a bit of time. That actually takes forever, like when you miss it with Master Sword. But if you get the bomb strat, it's super quick.
Early small key is great for routing.
Are we just gonna bombos them? No. Oh yeah, Matty got it. We're good to go. We're killing all the pin gators in the arrow pack and not grabbing the arrows. I love it.
We don't have a bow yet.
No, I know, but we specifically took the time to kill them. It's great. What is it? Oh, we're looking for hearts. Got one. Oh, that was.
Oh,
we got hearts in the next room. There's one in the
to
next room.
electrocution. You don't see that too often.
There's a heart in the next room, so. Oh, look! All Brad had to do was get down to those knights in the health pack there. Now I'm trying to think. Like we could have done Super Bunny Cave, right? I mean, technically, you could have done all the way to Ganon or to Agate 2, but like
Right.
I feel like
Agate 1.
Agate 1, yeah, my bad. Look, I'm in the wrong world again, but I might have tried to get over to Super Bunny prior to going into Ice Palace. You know, say you do find the ice big or something like that.
By the way, very nice bomb jump by Maddie, who somehow lined it up despite his Santa Claus hat.
That's the shadow.
I know, some people can line it up by the shadow. I can only line it up by the hat.
I can't hardly even do it anymore. I'm gonna be honest. I have to like. I just do it by feel now. You know, with that death though, Maddie taking a lead, slight lead.
Yeah, definitely a back and forth here. Just a compass and H-room though.
Man, look at those single pixel movements, one after the other. That's pretty good. That's a glitch player there.
Yeah, Brett's relatively new to all this, but he's managed to beat Solsky and James FNX this season, so he can certainly take down longtime players.
Yeah, I would say Brad probably one of the, if you follow the mentor tournament at all from Going With Podcast, I would say that Brad was one of the best players of the mentor tournament this year, and Maddie one of the standouts from last year's mentor tournament. So.
And meanwhile, we got the Desert Big Key, which... one thing about Inverted, Desert is hard locked by the book, so we will absolutely need to find the book before Desert's on the table.
True. And you know, all we have left, because of logically, right, is Ice-T. Well, I'm sure the runners will finish Cold Stare, but we actually do need the big key logically. So at this point, I think Super Bunny or somewhere in the light world behind Agate 2, right?
Yeah. Guess we'll see. Oh, yeah. There's just another key.
Yeah, so I think at this point it's actually guaranteed to be Super Bunny Cave / somewhere in Light World on a NPC or some other really, really terrible check that you have to bunny walk around for.
Yeah. And we don't have the mirror for, like, bunny walking to Meyer area.
No, it's I mean, I think what your choices are Bottle Merchant, and I think you can get there's a couple other things you can grab. That's actually mostly it, right? Just Bottle Merchant and I guess the tablets, but we don't have the book, so. I guess you could talk to Uncle, right? Can you? Yeah, you can. No, you can't get over there. So never mind, I lied.
Yeah, so
Oh,
now
man.
we have a lovely Master Sword Cold Stare fight.
And Maddie playing this pretty safe, which I do not blame.
Considering the puffs are currently Oko, yeah, you kind of need to play it safe. Yeah, that's... Honestly, this is absolutely insane doing an Oko Cold Stare fight, but both of our runners are doing it.
Yeah, that was a good fight by Maddie. Just safe, steady. For nothing. We got a crystal, though.
I mean, we're 2 crystals in at under half an hour. That's not a bad place to be.
We sure are. Now we get to go walk up the mountain again. It's gonna be great. Good times. Oh, you know, we actually have catfish. Maddie, this is smart. This is actually really smart. That glove unlocks catfish. Maddie gonna take this portal.
Ooh, Brett doing a bit more aggressive of a cold stare fight, using hammer strats throughout. Wow.
Look, good for bread, but that's that's scary.
I don't disagree.
I think, you know, the initial couple of hits you can do it, but like at some point you just got to be like, oh.
Ooh, took a hit from the ice there. Fortunately, it wasn't from a puff, but okay, 1 puff down.
I mean, this fight gets significantly easier for every puff you kill. There we go, we're done.
Yeah.
No death after the kill. Everyone's happy. Neither runner gonna like lose to some early cold stare death or something like that. This catfish play, we'll see if Bread follows suit with this catfish play. I think that's
I've seen no less of a runner than Jet take a death to cold stare after the kill. Yep. He may have a main tournament championship and a league championship. He can still die to cold stare after the kill. Okay, so Bread's also going to do the catfish check. I don't blame him. I don't really like going through Lionel's here, and, you know, they just took 2 hearts of damage, and... yeah, not fun. But we'll see what the TR medallion is here, and it is Quake. So we're not getting that open. Not that we could do anything if we did, because we'd need Samari to get through the front door. Oh boy, Pod Big Key, get your hype in, everyone. The Pod Big Chest is now in Logic. But it looks like Maddie is just going to do Agate Tower. Watch the Moon Pearl be in Pod Big Chest.
I watch it be the Ice Palace Big Key.
And then the Moon Pearl's in Ice Palace Big Chest. Figures.
Yeah, that's what I want to see. No, I want to see the book in the Ice Palace Big Chest. Oh, Maddie not gonna do it. Maddie's like, you know what? We're just doing Aga.
It's got Tempered Sword, so this will be an easy climb.
Yeah, I don't know how... I mean, man, going to pod does take forever, though. It's kind of gross, actually, no matter what. I think I don't really hate this because the access it's going to give him later is going to be very useful. So Bread, we'll see what Bread does. I think Bread might be going to pod.
He's thinking, yep, this is the pod play. Pod. And meanwhile, if you want to wager your hard-earned channel points, you can bet on how many blue balls we're going to see from Aghanim today.
I'm just going to guess 3. I'm going to be boring.
It is the most common.
Yeah, I do though. I do like Maddie's play here. I don't think this here is costing him too much time. I mean, yeah, he'll get the Moon Pearl maybe next, right? But you know, it's either not going to be here and he's going to have access the rest of the seed through the portal at the castle to the Light World, which is just kind of invaluable.
Yeah, it's a nice portal to have. Though, he could be doing... If the Moon Pearl is in or behind Pod Big Chest, Maddie could be doing a lot of bunny walking.
That's true. Yeah, no, this could be very costly because of that. See, I think, you know, the more I think about it, the more I would probably have gone back to Pod first. Just because of what it costs you to be wrong.
So without a mirror, there's not much we can do on Bunny Walk.
I mean, you can do Bottle Merchant, right? I think that's pretty much it.
But if Bottle Merchant then has the mirror...
Oh, it is Aga, though. So,
okay, then.
So it is Bottle Merchant.
Oh boy. Wow, Aga's being very well behaved. Haven't seen a single blue ball yet.
Yeah. Look, I'm all for this seed. This is great stuff. It's deliciousness. Yeah, I mean, this was kind of a bad 50-50 call. This is a really tough.
0 blue balls?
It was definitely 0 blue balls. This is kind of the worst case scenario in a seed. Like, you feel terrible having to make this call, right? The call of what you're gonna do about a 50-50. I mean, it's a true 50-50, right? It's either Bottle Merchant or Pod Big Chest. The cost of both is pretty high, right? It's like it takes you forever to get there. So you guess wrong and you've double dipped Pod, which costs you the entire dip into the back of Pod plus walking to Pod. Or you do all of Aga for nothing. At least you get the portal doing Aga. So maybe Maddie's decision is probably better from a, you know, percentages standpoint and you know, future utility cost. But like, man, it's a bad spot to be.
Oh no! So the Pod Picky was so we could beat Helmasaur.
Oh no! Poor Bread. That's terrible. This is amazing. Oh, so this is like the ultimate punish for making the wrong choice in this 50-50, right? Like, oh, that's just feels terrible. Like, if I'm Maddie, I'm not even feeling that bad. Now, you know, and this is kind of going back, though, to after you do... Well, I mean, I guess, you know, it doesn't do anything, because you have to go into Pod to get the glove to get up the mountain, right? So it's like... You can't even have Pod Big Key the first dip in. This is just gross.
People's upset in chat that we didn't take advantage of the fact that buying that bow from the bottle vendor put us in Super Bunny mode.
Oh, yeah, well, that's true. I don't know that I mean, actually, you know what? I probably would have actually dropped into the well and got those chests just to see what I get.
Yeah, that's
on the off chance. On the off chance you get the mirror or something, right? Like, that just makes all the difference. Or the boots or something crazy like that. We'll see if Bread decides to do some shenanigans bunny state after buying the bow. I mean, there's also something to be said for, hey, I'm going to get my moon curl in the next couple of checks because there literally is nothing that it can be. And
I mean, it could be the Ice Palace Big Key, and then the Moon Pearl's an Ice Palace Big Chest, right?
But you're gonna do that regardless, right? And so you're gonna end up back in the well. And so unless it's boots, you're not really gaining anything. Not doing it with the bottle merchant. I don't know, the well and I guess whatever else you decide to do in that fun state, which I guess would be get the mushroom. I gotta get mushroom and thieves hideout, right? Because you could get I don't think that Maddie did a map check in the light world or in the dark world. I don't know that he knows.
No, I don't think he did a dark world map check. He didn't do a light world map check though.
I mean, in inverted, I don't know how necessary it is early. There's only so many things you can do in inverted starting out with nothing, right? And so it doesn't become relevant until you actually have some sort of progression, which, we still kind of haven't found.
Isn't this awesome, by the way? We're 40 minutes in and we're still on 4 hearts green mail.
Hey, I love it.
And down goes Aga for bread.
Yeah, and because of the way that the seed is just kind of throwing items at them, Maddie's got a pretty significant lead, going into the pod boss at 40-40. Bread gonna do some Super Bunny shenanigans in Hyrule Castle and stuff, though. This not really crazy. Because probably
especially since he probably feels behind.
Well, yeah. Well, and we're gonna do Hyrule Castle here, right, on Bread's side. And so we'll do all Hyrule Castle. We'll get Dark Cross. We'll get Back of Escape. We'll go through the front to Sanctuary, and be close to the bottle merchant that way, right? So we just get one more thing done.
Well,
you're right. It only feels good if you get the key here.
There's the Moon Pearl and our third crystal. So this may be a very slow linear seed, but we are 3 crystals in.
Oh, so Maddie went straight to Helma, and so has to go back for the big chest here.
Well, he doesn't have to, but yeah, at this point, you're gonna.
You're gonna. I mean, I think the next thing you do, you actually just walk down. I think you walk down and do Eastern Palace, if you're Maddie. Right? We have the big key, we have the bow. You're already kind of close. There we go, Maddie. Lining her up. Gonna die, yeah. I think this is gonna be the Eastern play, since we're dying here.
Oh, yeah, makes sense.
Yeah, I like the Eastern play. I think that's the best decision.
Though we haven't done a check. It could be a vanilla green pendant.
That is true. Having not done it with the old man, I think, especially the light world map check is probably worth doing in inverted, though, just because there's only 3 dungeons. It's harder to get to the ones in the light world, so it probably is worth doing whenever you're doing the old man rescue. We didn't do it on Bread side either, though.
Yeah.
This is gonna actually feel. I was gonna say, this is gonna be pretty terrible. Feel pretty bad if we don't get the small key from Bread, right?
Oh yeah, he's down to Dark Cross.
Nothing. Yuck.
And Eastern is a vanilla green pendant.
We're gonna do it anyways, I bet.
5-6 crystals in Desert and Hera.
Yeah, Maddie just committing to the Eastern play, which I don't hate. It is an opportunity though for Bread to say, "Hey, yep, green pendant. Nope, I feel behind."
It's a total of 8 items in fairness, 4 in Eastern and then 4 in Sahasrah's shack.
Oh yeah, I mean it's dense. It's a good play. I would do Eastern. for the race's sake, I think doing not doing Eastern might be good for Bread if there's nothing here for Maddie. But I think by the time Bread gets the Moon Pearl, Maddie's gonna be done with Eastern.
Oh yeah, this is surprising. Bread's taking the long way around to get to Bottle Bender.
You can check race game here if you're Bread. I'm kind of surprised we didn't go into K45 though, just to look at it.
Yeah.
We're not even gonna check race game.
Okay, so that's just kind of odd to take the long way around then. If you're not gonna check the things on the way.
We'll see if Bread does the well here.
Looks like he is gonna do the well.
I think doing the well is fair. I probably would jump in and do it. I understand not worrying about it, but I would probably do it myself. Fire Rod.
Well, that's a nice find. That gives us another crystal available. So what do we need? We need either Mitts or Hookshot to be able to get to Hera.
Well, we need
Hook Desert.
We need Hook and Mirror, or Hook and Mirror for Swamp anyway.
Oh right, yeah. So we need Hook regardless.
Yeah, we need Hook, Mirror, and that's
was there a book there?
Yeah, we just found the book right in Eastern, so that's required.
Well then.
Yeah, so we were literally Hook, Mirror, go, right? I think.
Yeah. Or in Hook, Mirror, no mode.
Well, okay. Hook, Mirror, plus, maybe boots for GT, since GT big keys in GT. Maybe Samaria if it's on the right side.
Yeah, we may never see Samaria in this, but we could need that for GT.
Exactly. And there's so much of the game open too. I think if you're Maddie, I would not surprise me if you go just do desert next.
CJ's rooting for another 2-week vacation because if Maddie does win this, Chad won't have to play again until after New Year's. Their next game will be in 2023.
Yeah, I think if I was Maddie, I would probably do Dam to Agina and finish desert. As my next choice, just because if you find Hookshot Mirror, you're done. But yeah, Maddie's actually gonna have the Eastern completed before we even get our Moon Pearl on Bread's side, so I think as predicted. So we'll see if Bread decides to go into Eastern. Hopefully, yes, right? Because we do need the book.
Yeah. And he does have, he's not quite as far behind as he looks because he does have that Fire Rod, so he can immediately do Skull Woods and get that crystal at any point.
That's true, but that Fire Rod wasn't in a spot where you're gonna ever miss it. It's also not in a spot that's far away from Skullwoods. What do we got here? Ice Palace Pidgey.
So Saha's logically required.
Pretty great.
Ooh, up to 6 hearts now. So, this is probably gonna be the desert play.
No, I think it's desert. I think desert's the correct play here. The most correct play, I think. You get the crystal done, you get a couple checks on your way. And if your go mode stuff is just there, you're done. Like, yeah, because we're not even looking for medallions, right? Because we got Meyer and TR both as crystals.
This is unfortunate. Bread is not going into Eastern.
Yeah.
Probably because he's now put that fire rod in logic, so he wants to get his crystal, but it's going to be a long hike back to Eastern. Especially without boots or flute.
Yeah, that oh, and there's the mitts. That makes this fire rod even easier to get back to Skullwoods for Maddie.
So that also makes Hera available.
That is true.
So once Maddie gets back to Kakariko and goes in the well, he will have 6 crystals available. Oh, right, because of the big key layout. We can't actually beat Hera without either the big key to do it logically or the hook shot.
Hook shots in the back. Hook shots in the back of whole Skullwoods. So
clearly,
yeah. I that is this is Jetty. If you find imagine if Mir's just in desert, right? I mean, Maddie's gonna pretty much immediately get go mode out of Skullwoods.
Well, now that Cane of Burna on Aegina does put Spike Cave in logic as well, while we're talking about stuff on the mountain. And Bread drops into Mothula. This will actually temporarily put him ahead in the crystal count. Which just goes to show, just because someone's ahead in the crystal count doesn't mean they're sitting in a better position.
Yeah, absolutely not, especially in this seed. Now, Bread can't feel good, though. I probably just banking on the fact that, hey, hopefully my opponent did the same 50-50 play that I did. Otherwise, I lost a ton of time.
Yeah. Well, and that Ice Palace death was probably what set this all in motion.
I mean, a little bit. I mean, that was pretty early in Ice Palace, though. I don't know how...
Right, but that may have influenced his decision. We'll have to ask him afterwards.
And the skull was big guy.
So Maddie can clear the rest of the dungeon when he goes back to Skullwoods.
Yeah, I was gonna say, even more incentive for Maddie to just go do Skullwoods as soon as you get the fire on.
Oh yeah, chat pointing out, right, not only did Bread waste that time triple dipping Pod, but he got nothing out of Escape.
Yep. Well, how was Bread supposed to know that everything was literally just on the way?
A lesson to stay in logic? I don't know. And welcome to our raiders from SpeedGaming. Oh, another useless big key, Swamp. Yes, to our raiders, you've joined us for Game 3 in a best-of-5 series here. But with Cabookey Hundo Activist Department up 2 games to nothing, they can ice the deal here. What do you know? Desert Ledge is vanilla. Yeah, still no sign of the mirror, which we know we're going to have to get at some point. Brett giving us our first look at Blind's hut here. Buttersword.
Yeah, I mean, Brett needs the mirror to not be here.
Yeah. Brett needs to find the mirror in some really awful location that Maddie would never check.
I mean, mirror needs to be an Ice Palace big chest. If this is...
Wait, I mean, Brett would still need to get the Ice Palace big key first.
Well, yeah, but Brett's gonna need the book, so we'll be in...
Yeah, he has to do
point.
Eastern at some point. And then not just nope out once he gets the book.
Which is a fair play.
Hey, we're now on blue mail for both runners. Four crystals before the hour mark in an inverted seed is really something.
I mean, the crystals are like just coming, you know, it is kind of a jetty seed. It's just, I guess it depends on where this mirror is for one, but, oh, Maddie's gonna spend the time doing escape here, I think. Probably.
Okay, so that'll give some time back to Bread. Though Brett hasn't done Uncle, so we will get 2 new checks out of this.
Yeah, so Maddie's going to do Uncle and then run through some of the front of escape, although Maddie's going to get locked out the same way that Brett did.
Okay, Uncle is junk, though. At this level of health, you won't say no to a heart container.
All right, so now we get the back of escape check. So we know there's a small key here and then something else. Nothing. Yeah, I'm wondering, Beer asking about skipping CAC and doing front of escape here instead. I tend to agree in that in this case, you know, you don't know if you can run through the back. Obviously, it's very efficient to run through all of Kakariko or all of Hyrule Castle, go through the back to get over towards Kakariko. But I mean, Maddie has mitts, so getting to Kakariko in the light world is super simple for Maddie.
Well, while these runners are doing all these checks, why don't you give them a follow? And, of course, shout-outs to our tracker, Seryu X, as well. A fantastic tracker all around. Oh, where's Brett going for now? Is he going to do Dam? Or K45, it looks like. And Dig Spot. We'll finally see what's behind that shovel.
Yeah, I think Maddie's probably going to go to Dark Cross as well here, which, cross your fingers, hope for the small key. We're not going to get it. Yeah, I would agree that front of escape feels a little meh here, although you're talking to somebody who loses every single game not going to front of escape area, so...
Okay, Dig Spot is nothing. I am intrigued by Skullwood's big chest, which we will see by Maddie, presumably, once he goes to CAC, gets his fire rod, and then heads back to Skull Woods.
Not sure why Maddie's trying to die. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know why he
I
can't.
guess she can walk, but I mean, you have mitts, and Maddie's.
I mean, I guess.
In that position, you have mitts, right? So you can just save and quit the Dark Sink and walk over there.
Yeah.
You can take Breezeway and already be in the light world, but which is what's gonna happen. But this is fine, I guess. But still no mirror. So.
Or boots or hook shot.
Yeah, I mean, if mirrors, like I said, if mirror just being in Kakariko would be really terrible for Red. Also, Maddie should do Graveyard Ledge before dropping down. Yeah, there we go.
Yeah, but we always
Saving
know
a screen
Graveyard
transition.
Ledge is nothing.
Yeah, but we're saving a screen transition, Drossi, and that's what's important. That's what's important. This might be some digging from Bread, right? So this is Hookshot Cave, probably in Spike Cave.
Yeah, it's too bad he didn't go back to the dam and get his mitts. That would kind of help for getting around here. Oh, where was the hook shot? I totally missed that.
Back of Skull.
Oh.
It's under the
okay.
bridge.
Under the bridge like a Red Hot Chili Peppers song. So, Bread can beat Hera. Oh, our tracker pointing out that there was an ice rod in the back of Cackwell. Hopefully we won't need to use it. That's one of those break glass in case of emergency weapons.
I mean, it would have to be really gross to have to use the ice rod in the seed, right? Because that would mean you'd have to get Mir on Trinex, which means you'd have to go through Trinex vanilla, like all the way through TR, and inverted.
Or Mirror on Ped.
Or okay, yes, Mir could be on Ped too.
But if Mirror's on Ped, we'd have to also find the
hey,
food. Oh,
the boots.
Gotta go fast.
It's gonna be some time made up. There's a world where, you know, the mirror is just available for Maddie, and Maddie just never gets those.
Yeah, I mean, definitely don't count Bread out. Maddie's in a better position overall, but, you know, if Bread runs out of stuff and goes to Eastern, and in the meantime, he's still collecting crystals.
Yeah, I mean, nothing that Bread has done yet is too out of the way from what, you know, you would be ultimately doing on Maddie's side, looking for that mirror. And so until Bread finds the mirror, he's not even really on a timer.
Aw, no Ped check from Maddie.
But TR, you would have to get Kane too, like, for Mirror to be there.
Yeah, I mean, and for
really
Mirror to be on Ped, there are so many items we'd first need.
Maddie gonna pick up a butter sword here. Garrison pointing out that Maddie should not read the Ped because we don't want to get confused again by the Ped hint.
I will say that incident has sure prompted a big debate in the community about the nature of Ped hints.
I mean, yeah, I get it. It's funny, and they're kind of fun, but they also, even something so much as like having the Ped hint plus the actual name of whatever item it is, like just do both, and then we can not be upset about it, right? Compromise. Why not both? Like the Taco Bell commercial, right? Could be like ice rod, I freeze things or whatever. 10 bombs. Just say bombs, I make things go boom a lot, right? Look, we just add both things and then everyone's happy. We still get our fun pet hints, but we also are unambiguous. Yeah, so like you said though, Drosy, I mean, bread is just getting crystals done, right? And so there's nothing costing here. And so even if bread gets the mirror, you know, whatever pendant you choose to do first, which is probably the green one, right? So
Well, if Bread gets the mirror, he's going to clear a lot more of swamp than Maddie will, because if Maddie gets the mirror,
no, you're
Maddie's
right.
in,
That's absolutely true. Yeah,
Maddie will by
the
that
big,
point be in go mode.
That's the big problem, is the Swamp Palace. I mean, as long as Maddie decides to go do Skull Woods, right? Because Maddie could just skip out on the hookshot. Although I think the hookshot's probably locking enough that...
And it's a crystal.
Yeah, but I mean, without the flute, right? We can't even get in. We can't even do any of TR or any of Meyer without the cane, right? So we're kind of running out of stuff other than Skullwood's big chest. Where you
Well, there's
Ice
Ice Palace
right?
big chest, though, of course.
Yeah. Yep, Ice big chest.
Bread has neither of these big keys. Maddie does.
Also, the water checks. You know, there's all Hookshot Cave, all the water checks as well.
Oh, right.
Right, because we got the flippers. But you know, we are starting to dwindle on checks, right? Because you can't go into any other pendants. We can't get to the Meyer area without either the flute or the mirror. We don't care if we get the mirror. For Maddie, at least. So here's Skullwoods, I think, for Maddie, probably.
Ooh, powder.
We have Magic Bat now. Yeah, Maddie... A play from Maddie is probably going to be Skullwood's back. Well, big chest into the back, into... onto the mountain, probably. To go
Yeah, I mean, once you have Hookshot, Mountain's kind of the logical next play, especially since, again, that makes a completable crystal dungeon.
Well, Maddie doesn't need the Hookshot to complete Era, right? Because Maddie has mitts from the dam. So Maddie...
he still needs either the Hookshot or the big key to complete Era, and we haven't seen the big key.
No, we do, in fact. I always forget. But also, you know, Maddie is like we're gonna get the hook shot, right? And Maddie's inclination from the back of Skullwoods here is gonna be to save and quit, right? So you just go straight to the mountain or to the old man. So now King's Tomb is a place that Bread will be able to check far sooner than Maddie will be able to check, which we're gonna do immediately. Looks like. I think this is King's Tomb.
And maybe from here, Flipper checks then Eastern?
Maybe. I mean, it's possible. We're running out of stuff.
Funny how we can talk about running out of stuff when both runners are at 5 crystals barely more than an hour in. They're really not in bad shape for an Ambrosia Seed.
No, I mean, this has been fairly efficiently cleared, right? I mean, when you've cleared the Dark World to start, right? They've completely cleared the Dark World, basically. Other than dungeons and, you know, Meyer area. But, yeah, so there's nothing over here. No boots checks coming up empty. I think you're right about water checks. Hobo into waterfall, maybe even skip Hobo.
Or is he going to do Mini Moldorm Cave? We haven't seen that yet.
Yeah, Mini Moldorm Cave I think is probably a good play. You know, that's a lot of items real fast.
And there's Maddie's hook shot.
Yeah, so this is almost certainly this is Mountain for Maddie, right? Yeah. Did we see Spike Cave from?
No.
Although we don't have it in Logic, right?
Right.
But
Bread doesn't have an invincibility item, but it's certainly in Logic for Maddie.
either. Wait, did Maddie has Burna?
Yeah, Maddie has Burna.
Well, there's Cape as well. Oh, although, hey, there's the mirror. Yeah, it's just a Mini Moldorm with silver arrows, of course.
Wow. So
right,
Mini
so
Moldorm
Maddie,
is the place to be. Maddie could have been in Go mode by now.
Yeah, it would not have been crazy when you initially go down to do Desert as Maddie to do Mini Moldorm, Dam, and just skip out on Ice Rod Cave alone.
Now,
but yeah, here's what you're talking about, where Swamp is just going to eat up a bunch of time.
Yeah. And as chat will be quick to remind us, we are only in 1720 seconds no mode because we still don't know about that Cane of Samaria and it locks 5 locations in GT Basement.
It's true. And so how much of Skull, or how much do you skip? I mean, I think... yeah, I don't know. I really am unsure of how much I would be willing to skip in Swamp Palace. Probably all of it. I'd probably say screw it. You know what? I'm not getting Samaria. It's not happening.
Yeah, and then take the risk and...
I mean, that is absolutely... 22%. Oh, there's Cane of Samaria in the first shift of Swamp.
Well then.
Man, skipping that...
Yeah, now that could make things very interesting because Maddie will be in Go mode when he gets to... or Schrodinger's mode when he gets to Swamp, and are you going to open map chest at that point?
Oh man, see that's the thing. I probably do. I think I open map chest. I probably skip wraparound chest. I don't know. That's tough. You know, that's definitely an out for Bread. You know, Maddie's gonna clear. You know, the lucky part for Maddie, even if Maddie does skip it. The lucky part is that Maddie will not know, or will not, Maddie will not be able to do Meyer area, or, well, I guess we could do Meyer area, right? We won't be able to beat Meyer, we won't be able to do TR.
Right.
We could do Laser Bridge, right? We just can't finish TR. We could do parts of it, because we have the mirror. We will have the mirror, but,
Maddie will also be pulling Ether Tablet, though there are relatively few interesting things that could be on it at this point. I guess a bottle. We haven't gotten any bottles yet. Oh, so Bread's going all out, looking for book on left side Swamp. Because Bread is flat out book from his Go mode at this point. So a bit surprising he'd do this. Yeah, chat's worried that because of how accessible Laser Bridge is in inverted, Bread might climb the mountain again before he goes to Eastern, in terms of, you know, he's gonna have to dive a pendant dungeon soon, but is it gonna be Eastern? But yeah, here we go. Both runners very nearly about to get their 6th crystals, and still not in go mode, either of them.
And yeah, I think that Maddie gets go mode prior to, well, I guess we'll see about Samaria, obviously, but I think Maddie gets there faster.
Yeah, he'll definitely do Ether Tablet next, because he's right up here, and then the question is, what after that?
Yeah, I mean, I think Mini Boulder's a fairly obvious choice, right? I mean,
Yeah.
what does Maddie have left?
Wait, did he already do Ether before? Okay. Our tracker's saying, yeah, it was junk. Okay.
Yeah, but I mean, what does Maddie have left, right?
Well, Spiral Cave.
Well, yeah. Mimic Cave, Spiral Cave, and that's close to it.
I'm pretty sure Bread does have Desert Big Key, doesn't he? It's just not on the tracker. Wasn't that an ice? Vex, do you remember?
Yeah, I think it was ice.
The tracker is known to eat inputs. Okay, so Red's gonna check Agena. And checkerboard, I guess. And yeah, Mire's also Quake, so at least that'll keep Bread out of Mire.
Yeah, that's good.
So he's gonna have to make a choice pretty soon between Eastern and TR.
Yeah, it's just unfortunate that we have the opportunity to do TR. Or a chunk of TR rate. Because of the Samaria, but... So here's Maddie's go mode.
Yeah, and there's Berna for Bread. Oh yeah, Maddie's like, okay, Silver's and Mirror, there is nothing else in here. So
yeah, Maddie's not gonna check the map just as
if he's not even looking for Samaria in the rest of Mini Moldorm Cave.
Yeah, alright, so Breadcoon fans, I guess we start hoping that the key is on Samaria locked, right? Because Maddie's not going back to Swamp anytime soon. If Maddie skips this. You know, Swamp is one of the one places where you're like, man, do I really ever want to come back here if I absolutely need Samaria? And so maybe you clear a little slightly more thorough even in go mode in Swamp. But, you know, we didn't open the 2 chests in Mini Moldorm Cave, so I'm going to say probably not.
Yeah, this is gonna be interesting. I agree. I don't think he's gonna do map chest. No, he's
no way. No, we're done.
Right down there. I mean, it is impressive. He's in 17-20 seconds go mode and doesn't even check the other 2 chests in Mini Moldorm.
I mean, yeah, this is absolutely like, is the big key Samaria locked? And if not, Maddie's got a huge lead. And if it is, then Bread probably ends up winning.
Yeah. Oh, and Bread did finish Swamp Palace. That should be on his tracker.
Yeah, I mean, Bread just has to go finish Desert Palace as soon as we get book.
Yeah, so even if Big Key isn't Samaria locked, Maddie doesn't have that huge of a lead. You know, it's still a
No.
lead because it takes a bit of time to rush Desert.
Oh, we are gonna open the big chest though.
Well, it was sitting in our way.
Yeah,
We didn't
I mean,
have to bomb a wall to get to it.
yeah, I think Beer's kind of got the right of it. I think Bread's 4 or 5 minutes behind though. But it doesn't matter if the big key is locked behind Samaria. It really doesn't matter because I don't know when Nettie ever comes back to Swamp. So Beer thinks that Maddie may have realized that we might need Samaria, which is why we're currently opening new things. Oh, and we are just gonna leave immediately with that book, which that's gonna save a little bit more time for Bread. So GT Big Key and Ambrosia is in GT, so it definitely could be Samaria locked. I wonder if Maddie will go back in just for that last chest. The easy map chest.
Probably not.
I'm gonna say definitely. I'm gonna say no. But CJ's probably like, but my vacation.
Well, the GT Big Key prediction will be interesting. We are going to do it by room here for the channel points bet. If you're a Breadcoon fan, you should probably bet on Compass Room or Tile Room. If you're a Maddie fan, you should probably bet on one of the other 8 options.
No, if Maddie has to leave the... Oh, I guess we're doing it by room. Yeah, you're right. I see. I mean, this really does come down to whether or not the big key is behind Samaria.
Well, we certainly have a race here. Not the traditional late game race, but it's still anyone's game.
Yeah, I guess that's the advantage Bread had going into Eastern last, is that you never did Samaria, or never did the boss. Didn't have to do the boss because knew we were absolutely in go mode
Right. I mean, at
in the
the...
book.
Oh, well, hey, there's
Oh,
our
that's
Quake to get into.
Very bad for Maddie.
Gets us into Mire and Turtle Rock. Hey, our first bottle in Ganon's Tower. And Bread gets his nice red mail. Maddie must have gotten red mail at some point, yes? It's like he's red mail colored.
I think so. I think the blue mail was all blue. We're
Okay.
coming up on the last couple of checks here.
Honestly, there's a small key in Hope Room. Oh, but Bread's actually doing Dark Magician, which is ironic because he doesn't know that Maddie doesn't have the cane, and therefore going right is his best option. But he also doesn't know there's a small key in Hope Room.
Oh man, this is Oh no, we're good. On
Hey,
Maddie's
my
turn.
favorite. No, Meyer Big Key.
Oh no, that's the wrong big key! Oh no!
Isn't it great with like wild
Dude,
big
I totally
keys?
forgot. I got me. It got me, guys. It got Maddie for a second there too. Did you see him stop?
Yeah.
Now, are we gonna know that the big key is not on the left side, or that it is on the right side first?
Eeny, meeny, miny, mo.
That's the real question. We're probably gonna find out like right at the same time here. Actually, no, I think we'll know that it is whether Maddie's gonna find it. You know, it could also just be tile room, which is still Samaria lock. You know, this was close enough that it was within. Even if Maddie had Samaria, it was within GT routing.
Yeah. No, it's just funny because this is anyone's game until the big key shows up. And then suddenly,
like, unless it's tile room, Maddie's got a huge lead.
Maddie's got a 3 in 4 chance. Bread's got a 1 in 4 chance.
Oh no, Bread's going. Oh, he's making a race out of it though. If it is behind here though, Bread going full Dark Magician. Oh no. Oh man. Oh, it is there. The last check.
But we've got a race with Bread doing full right here. Wow.
We do a race with Bread doing this. Man, that would have been really trolly if it was in tile room. Both runners have to do all of GT, except for Maddie can't do the part that has it because it's just in tile room. That's gross.
And congratulations to Phoenix Archer and Ravenin 101, who just won a lot of channel points. So, I mean, as long as Maddie's, you know, steady in his execution all the way up and through Ganon, he's got this, but...
Yeah, we got red mails, we got silvers. It's going to be a rough comeback for Bread.
Probably within a Ganon fall, though, and you never know with Moldorm falls either.
True, but I think Gold Sword takes a lot of the guesswork out of Ganon. Maddie didn't get the cape, which was in Mini Moldorm, right?
Yeah, that was a heck of a big key search. Really kept us in suspense into the last possible moment. But there, Maddie 2-cycled land mows, so... Oh, but Brett's going to the safety room. So that's going to cost a bit of time. He has powder and half magic. I'm a little surprised he feels the need to do the safety room.
Maddie has to take a bunch of time here to do this, the Wizrose rooms, because it doesn't have some.
Yeah. He's also getting a little low on arrows, so he's going to need to make sure to check his arrow count.
Now we're fine. We only need 4.
Yeah, well, if he keeps chucking them away like that, as I was saying.
Love it.
I mean, Brett's really only a floor behind.
Yeah, I mean, it's far closer than I thought it was going to be honest.
Yeah, good for Brett that he did Eastern before TR.
Yeah. It could have been worse for Bread. He could have done Left Side Swamp, right? We skipped it, so that saved a bunch of time. Because Swamp's not that much slower when you're clearing it.
He's not gonna even bother opening these chests hoping for maybe 10 arrows in case his aim on Ganon is as bad as it's been on, you know, Landmo and Wizrobes.
I mean, a really bad Aga team could put this real close, but say 14 seconds if we hover Ganon or Moldorm. Did I collapse an entire desk?
Only you can answer that question.
No, I did not.
But here goes Maddie into Ganon as Brett starts off the Aga fight, so we are definitely within a Ganon fall at this point. Very, very good climb execution, honestly, for Brett to make it this close.
If Brett had hit that shot, it would have been a really... Oh, never mind, I lied. Got double hit somewhere that I didn't see.
Yeah, so Maddie on phase 3 as Brett beats Aga 2. And of course, Ganon's not cooperating with those warps, but Brett's gonna get the same non-cooperative Ganon.
Oh no, he's out of arrows. Oh no, this is really bad.
He needs to do 3 spins. No, you can't turn Ganon blue. You're out of arrows.
Oh, this might be that could have actually cost him the game. That's crazy.
Well, Brett's still on phase 3 here, and we know there are quite a few Ganon warps, but wow. Just needs one more spin here.
He's okay.
There we go.
He's still okay, but that was that. Jesus. That's amazing.
GG's for Maddie. Let's hope he doesn't fall off the bridge.
Alright, GG's Maddie.
And Maddie finishes first at 133.04, right as Brett gets a triple on Ganon. This is not quite a fanfare snipe, but it was sure close to being one. And Brett crosses in second, 133.22, an 18-second difference. That is the second race I've calmed today that was decided by 18 seconds. But I definitely look forward to hearing what our runners have to say about this seed.
I can't believe that was crazy. GG's to Brett as well. That's insane.
And we are joined by our runners. GG, guys. That was quite something.
Yeah, GG's.
GG.
That was definitely a seed.
Maddie, have you considered taking archery lessons?
I knew I didn't have a lot of arrows, but then I forgot and shot a couple off into space or into the torch, I think.
After missing all those Wizrobes several times over.
Yeah, I don't do that very often, shoot the Wizrobes with the arrow, and you can tell because it was bad.
I defended you when this was happening. Drosy was like, oh, maybe he wants to grab some of these arrows because he might need them for Ganon. And I was like, no, he's got 8 arrows. He's fine.
I needed
no way
6.
No way he needs more of these arrows.
I needed 6, actually.
Yeah, right. You had 6 going into the Ganon fight.
I'm convinced that you're taking archery lessons from CJ. Shouldn't do that. I'm sure you've seen that clip. You know.
I think he'll show me.
Yeah, ask him about his Swamp Palace silvered Argus kill.
All
I
right.
think he spent like 15 arrows trying to shoot it. It was,
Forgot about that.
But how about that Moon Pearl?
yeah, look,
Yeah.
we were talking about how bad that that kind of is. That choice you have there, where you're like, okay, I can do Aga and go get Bottle Merchant, or I could go do the Pod Big Chest. Both of those are terrible checks to go walk to and do, and it's literally a 50-50. And
Yeah.
you get maximally punished for picking wrong in this seed because it just makes you go back to pod anyways. So Bread decided to go get the pod big chest, and Maddie just was like, nope, we're doing Aga. And so that was a big chunk of the time. But then, yeah, so that I just 50-50 that was maximally punishable.
I mean, honestly, I knew that Pod Big Key held the Moon Pearl behind it, just, not exactly where I thought it was. It just happened to be on Helma. It had me Big Key for Helma, and not for the Big Key.
Yeah, it's you have to kill Aga and you can only do the Bottle Merchant. That's the only thing you could do as a bunny in this seed.
Yeah.
It takes like 5 minutes to do all of that. I mean, we gotta walk up there, do the tower, walk over to Cack as a bunny, and then I got the bow, and I was like, the bow? I can't do anything with this, can I? Like, oh yeah, I can kill Albasaur. All right, well, I guess I'm doing that now.
Yeah, I mean, the seed at that point leaves you with literally one singular option. So, I mean, I don't know what other dumb combination of items it could potentially have chained us with.
I was waiting for a bottle to be on Helmasaur, so you have to go back and get a Moon Pearl ticket.
It's impressive that there were no bottles before GT.
It should have been the Ice Palace Big Key. Should have been there.
Oh,
Make you go do that. first.
Oh god, yeah.
I think I found that at some point. I was like, oh
You
yeah.
It was on Green Pendant. I'm saying just for maximum terrible, right? Helma dropping.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Would have been
that would have been like, oh, I have to go back for that. Okay. Yeah, it was because Ice Big. I left it behind because I had just did Ice, and I think by the time we got Moon Pearl, he had 3 crystals, which is pretty unusual in any seed.
Yeah, this seed lets you clear a lot of dungeons really early. And turns out most of the crystals have Jack inside of them. It's
Yeah.
you get the Moon Pearl out of Pod, you get the hook out of Skull Woods, and I think Eastern Palace Big was an ice. I don't quite remember. It was somewhere in the early game though.
I think it was before Ice even.
I
Ice had Desert Big.
That's right. Okay, yeah, you needed ice for that. But for the most part, other than that hook and obviously the Moon Pearl that you're forced into, you can kind of just ignore you just don't do your crystals forehead. Like that's what you do in this seed. You skip your crystals and you do the green pendant. You can't even really do. I guess you could do some of TR and Meyer, but no, you can't even do Meyer because that's in GT. So I guess you could do pendant TR for not doing crystals, but that's it.
Yeah, you pretty much were supposed to just get the Moon Pearl and then just go mode all the dungeons after wandering around the overworld for a while.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but also it kind of, I mean, for me the mirror and hookshot were the last 2 items I was looking for. Never got flute boots really late. It was a long seed of I can only walk and there's no movement items at all in this seed. Like I get nothing.
Yeah.
Yeah, Brett.
I felt that.
Finding the boots earlier was one of the things that kept you in it. There was a solid, 15 minutes that you had the boots and Maddie didn't.
Yeah, I mean, I knew the hookshot did something. I followed hookshot and I got the boots and it let me do para, which was nice. And then honestly, as soon as I pulled those mitts, I wanted to chase those things so hard, and I immediately sprinted over to King's and bonk rocks real fast. I don't know. I get really suspicious of mitts in inverted because of their very tiny uses.
Yeah, did they really even lock anything in this?
Nope, not at all.
Yeah, I mean, the only check they lock whenever you get the rest of the items is just King's Tomb. Right, Maddie?
That's right. That's
Right.
And
Once you get the mirror, yeah. And the mirror wasn't behind mitts.
Oh,
yeah.
sorry, that was a bad reference to last year's playoffs for Maddie.
Well, the thing that yeah. Well, you know, who wants to go to King's Tomb? I didn't go here. I didn't go in this seat either.
Yeah, especially when I'm in book go mode, it's like, oh god, where could book be? Book could be almost anywhere in the seed right now. This sucks.
Yeah, I sort of lucked into Eastern a little bit because I hadn't checked which one of the 3 like world dungeons was the green pendant, and when I got the moon pearl out of pot, I said, "Oh well, I'm right there. I got the big key to East Palace. I got the bow. I might as well just do it and hope it's just a crystal because I got a 2/3 chance." And then it was a pendant, and so I just said, "Well, I'm now committed. I'm just gonna do this now. It's a green pendant. I'm just gonna turn it in and get this all done."
Logically, the green pendant was required.
Logically, yes. The
Brett, since
book
you didn't
was
see it was Ice Big Key.
Okay, that makes sense.
So yeah, we were thinking maybe Ice Big Chest would wind up having something, but fortunately it didn't come down to that.
It would have been a much
Oh,
longer
weird.
siege.
Matt, did you know? Did you ever talk about where Samaria was? Because were you getting a little scared at the end? Did you see there?
Oh, yeah. Brett told me it was in Swamp Palace, and I think it was the compass chest,
No, it was literally it was map chest.
map chest. Yeah, I actually thought about going and getting that that chest, and then I was like, nope. I already because I ran out of mini Moldarm Cane after I got the mirror immediately, and then as I was running out, I was like, I don't have the cane. I should have checked the other 2 chests in there. And so then I was like, well, now I'm committed to just not having cane. I don't care. I'll get the other chests along the way in Swamp, but I'm not gonna get this bomb chest. I was sweating pretty hard towards the end of the GT basement though, because it was literally the last chest that I opened that had the big key. And I got the big key to Myron, and it's like, oh, that might be the game making fun of me. I don't know.
Yeah, you guys somehow made it extremely close. You literally waited to the last possible second for us to know whether or not Maddie needed Samaria, right? Because it was either in the last chest where it was or on tile room. That's how.
Okay.
Like, and because Brett had already checked all of the compass chests, and that was it. It was hilarious.
It was literally 50-50 by that point.
Yeah, there was a 50-50 chance that Maddie needed Samaria, but one of it was tile room, so Brett was still going to clear all of GT.
Oh, yeah. No, I mean, if it had been in Tower Room, that would have been a wrap, because I would have probably never gone back for that cane anyway.
But yeah, GG's again to both of you. It really was well played. Very enjoyable. Sorry that Aga's backup dancers season has come to an end here.
Yeah. I guess this is my first league season, so I wasn't knowing how far I'd really go in it.
I mean, 7-3 record on the season for you personally, and helping your team get to the second round of playoffs, certainly a respectable showing. And of course, Chad will be advancing to the conference semifinals here, the first team to clinch that. Which means we have absolutely no idea who you'll be playing in the next round yet until some other series start concluding.
As it turns out, we scheduled all our games at the basically about as early as possible in the 2-week period.
Yeah, it's going to be 2 weeks before I can play again, I think, at the least. But, well, I mean, GG's to Bread and Agus Backup Dancers. I was very worried about it because I know that Bread is a very good runner, and so I knew this was going to probably be close, and there was no sure thing I was going to win or anything like that. So, good luck to you, Bread, and I hope you have you had a great time, and you come back next year. Get back here.
After this, I guess it'll be off to pilot spoiler for me, I guess, is where I'm up to next. Do that.
Oh, there's always something, right?
Yeah, now you can focus more on that.
Yeah, exactly.
But yeah, with that, I think I've got no more questions. How about you, Drossi? Runners have anything to say?
Well, I was about to say to Maddie, guess which team I'd like you guys to face next.
I don't know. Which team would you like us to face?
That's the Picanha, of course.
Oh, well, I think you want everyone to face that team.
But you know the glory of medium rare Picanha.
It is great. It is great.
Sorry, I had to bring that up. But yeah, that I think is all I've got here. Yeah, you guys get a nice long rest. You won't have to play another league match until 2023.
Yeah, no, we got the bye in the first round, so we didn't play, and then we did this in 3 days, and so now we're basically taking another 2 weeks off. So this is
why not?
not a lot of
season, vacation.
Yeah, I mean, it's nice with the holidays coming up and everything that we don't have to schedule more games in the middle of it. So kind of works out, but it's a it's a lot of like downtime, and then like playoff ramp up, and now back down. We'll come back though. We'll play anyone. It doesn't matter.
That's the spirit.
Well, that's all I got. GG again to both of you and to your teams.
Happy holidays to everybody.
Yeah, happy holidays, and thank you both Drossi and Vex for commenting, and SaberUX for the tracking and the restream and everything. So.
Yeah, and thanks again to our runners. Please give them a follow. As Maddie said, SaberUX has been great as always to have on tracking, even if it did involve some puns in chat.
Yeah.
And Vex, thanks for agreeing to do this with me at the last minute.
Like, I gotta support my boy.
Yeah, I had to get this a restream. And speaking of restreams, we're going to try to get you over to SpeedGaming 3 next, where Windfox and Zafakal are in the second game between their two teams. That is a Wisdom match, Pseudo Boots Cross Keys. And then, for those of you burning the midnight oil, we have a match at 2:10 a.m. Eastern Time. That will be between Top Life and So. And that will be a swordless match, actually, and that will be on SpeedGaming Main. So if you're planning to be up then, definitely give that a watch as well. And then, of course, we have a whole slew of games for you tomorrow as well. But I think that's gonna do it for us here. Thanks again for watching.